NASCAR Senior Vice President John Probst has indicated there will be penalties coming for Kyle Busch and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and other people involved in the melee that happened at the end of the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. This is over at NASCAR.com. John Probst is speaking with NASCAR.com's Alex Weaver. She has just asked him about the melee that happened between Kyle Busch and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. That started when Ricky Stenhouse Jr. punched Kyle Busch in the face with a right, I don't even know if you call it a hook, but a right punch. And then all kinds of things happened. Ricky Stenhouse's dad was involved. He took a right punch from Kyle Busch. It looked like one of Kyle Busch's pit crew members was basically involved in a WWE Royal Rumble. He tackled Ricky Stenhouse Jr. or tossed him aside along with the security guard into like a pile of tires. And then he got up on the holler and he was throwing people and chucking people. And he was really the star of the event. But let's listen to what John Probst here had to say after the race at North Wilkesboro Sunday night.
Penalties coming down this next week.
Nothing to announce right now. I would say that we have already started looking at the tape. We'll take a deep dive into that Tuesday, and certainly there'll be some announcements. I would anticipate there's a lot of folks involved there that we don't like seeing. So,
thank you, John.
So there you go. He says there will probably be penalties, and that's because there's a lot of folks that were involved in it that we don't like seeing that. Now, I don't know what exactly that means. It could mean that they don't like seeing Ricky Stenhouse's dad involved. They don't like seeing the pit crew guys involved. They didn't like that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. punched Kyle Busch. Can be interpreted a lot of different ways. Before we kind of go over exactly what happened and kind of giving you a timeline of the events, I will say I think that NASCAR needs to start doing what hockey does and actually have like legitimate fights. Like get rid of all of these crew guys kind of getting involved, trying to pull people off of each other, and just let the guys fight each other mano a mano like you see a lot of times in the National Hockey League. You have guys like Let's Go. They both drop the gloves and they take care of business. And I think that would probably be a better way of handling it than having these kind of crazy melees. Now, that's not to say you don't get those crazy melees in the National Hockey League. Obviously, bench clearings do still happen, but they are extremely rare. And if that is the case, let's do it mano a mano again. Like it has to be usually an even number of people involved. Get parents out of this. I don't know why Ricky Stenhouse's dad was there. I get he was probably there with supporting his son and everything like that, but he probably should have stayed on the sidelines. But if we're going to have the crew guys get involved, let's have them kind of fighting other crew guys like a line brawl you would see in the hockey league. And I think that is something maybe NASCAR needs to look at, maybe kind of institutionalizing it a little bit better. And so you have these fights, but it's not just these kind of absolutely wild mayhem that is breaking loose. Those are kind of my thoughts on the fight, but let's look at exactly what happened. Here is the lap 2 caution. Kyle Busch sends Ricky Stenhouse Jr. into the wall after they go 3 wide on the restart here. Let's take a look. They're kind of back here in the middle of the pack. You can see Kyle Busch there, 3 wide, drifts up. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. shoots the gap. Busch hits the wall, comes down, makes contact with Ricky Stenhouse. It looks like he's not happy about it. He tries to get to Ricky Stenhouse's Jr. bumper there. Isn't really able to do anything with him, but then he gets him right here and makes contact, sends him into the wall, and ends Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. So here is another look at it. Here's the in-car camera of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. His full race, which was less than 2 laps here. We're going to see exactly what happened from the in-car. Obviously, still doing a pace lap here as they get ready to take the green flag. Here they go. Green flag is dropped. They're getting up to speed. 0 contact with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Kyle Busch drifts up the track. Stenhouse Jr. splits the gap, gets in front of him. Looks like Kyle Busch has gotten to the back there. Looks like there was some contact. Hard to tell, obviously, from this angle. He's trying to get everything he has there. And he's trying to work on almonding on the outside and then just gets sent by Kyle Busch there hard into the outside wall. Here is Kyle Busch's in-car camera. Green flag is dropped. I mean, he just drifts up the track. I think they're probably 3 wide there. Yep, you can see Ricky Stenhouse there. Oh, he hits the wall. Now, it looked like maybe from this angle here that he might have moved up because he knew that they were 3 wide and he kind of just ran out of room. And that might be why he really kind of took an issue with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for trying to go 3 wide right away. But I don't really blame Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for that. That's kind of just how you have to race in these cars because it is extremely difficult to pass. And one of the best times to pass is during the restarts, seemingly no matter what track you go to. So here's what happened after the wreck with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He parked his car in Kyle Busch's pit stop, then had some words with Kyle Busch's crew chief and team, and then he goes off with the medical crew there to be checked in. You can see his car there in Kyle Busch's pit stop there. And then this is what Ricky Stenhouse had to say after he got out of the infield care center, where he basically says that he was going to confront Kyle Busch after the race. Let's take a listen.
I saw what happened, but take us through the initial contact that you had with Kyle and then
Yeah, we got a really good start. He left the door wide open, went through the middle, almost had him clear the 34, kind of ran up the track, and, we all just kind of touched there. Nothing major. And then Kyle tried to wreck me in 3 and 4, and then finally did wreck me there in 1 and 2. But our car was really fast. I felt really good. We were good yesterday, and bummed that, we had already passed 2 or 3 cars there. So bummed that, we couldn't see it to the end.
What'd you see to his career?
I told Randall that, well, first I parked it there because I figured Kyle would, do something similar. And then just told Randall that he could tell Kyle I'll see him afterwards over the radio. Since there's no tunnel here, I can't leave. So I'll be here when the race is over.
What do you need to hear from him?
So there you go. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. saying that he would be waiting for Kyle Busch after the race and informed Kyle Busch's team to tell him that he would be waiting. And lo and behold, he is waiting. This is from Jordan Bianchi here over on X. Let's take a listen to what happens here. You can see Ricky Stenhouse is kind of like leaning on like a, what are those things called? Like that, I'm blanking on it, like a dolly to move the tires. He's kind of leaning on it. Or no, he's leaning on the trailer. He's leaning on the trailer rail. So this guy right here, this guy right here, he literally tackles Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and the security guard. They're all in a pile on the tires. I think one of Stenhouse's guys is over here. Stenhouse's dad is like now brawling with Kyle Busch. This guy right here is like the star of the show, in my opinion. Just watch him. Look at him. He just hauled 2 guys together and threw them down. He's going on the 3rd one here. Pushes him off the trailer.
Get out of here!
Hey, what do you want me to do?
So that is kind of how the brawl went down again. Like whoever that like Jack Man or the gas guy, I don't know who he is. Obviously, the guy's a beast. He's tackling Ricky Stenhouse. He's tossing people around. He's pushing people off the trailer. He was kind of a one-man wrecking crew there. He was probably the most entertaining part of that. I still laugh when Ricky Stenhouse is like, watch the replay, and then throws the right punch. I just think I don't know why. I just think that's just really funny. It's just funny to me. But like I said earlier, I do think that it would have been better if they didn't get involved and they just let Ricky Stenhouse and Kyle Busch fight it off there by themselves. Let them duke it out until they're done. Like a hockey match, usually you can figure out when the guys are done, and then you have your security guy kind of intervene, move them apart. Maybe make that security guy a fight official or something like that, and he gets kind of training in how to do that. I think that could be interesting. I mean, clearly that's what that guy is. I mean, we've seen that guy in a number of altercations there. He's always kind of right there. He's there. He was there when Ross Chastain punched Noah Gragson. I've seen him there in a couple other altercations that we've seen. So that guy is kind of always there. Obviously, he got chucked by that Jack Man or the Gas Man, whoever that guy was. So he really lost his balance there and wasn't really able to kind of break things up because he might have been outgunned by the crew guy there. But that might be something that NASCAR can think about. I think that would be something really interesting for them to do. But let me know what you guys make of what John Probst had to say about penalties coming. And that there were a number of people that were involved in this mainly that he did not like seeing involved. Who do you think he is talking about? And what kind of penalties do you expect NASCAR to dole out? Let me know in the comments below.